Alright guys, so here we are. We are actually heading out to do some game hunting. Daniel and I, we've been wanting to do this for quite some time, and he's looking for some Vita stuff. And we decided to hit up Bookman's today. There's a couple of them in the valley. We're just going to hit one here and show you some filming in here. I always like to ask before I do any filming in there if it's okay. And they were cool. They let me do it in there because, as you can see, it's not super busy right now. Just there's nobody walking out of the place really, and sometimes you get there, it is so busy, it is so packed, and right now it's just perfect timing. So I went straight into their video game section like I always do. They have you can see all their Game Boy Color and Game Boy games and stuff in here. This is one of their cases in here, but they take a lot of stuff. They take a lot of trade and CDs and things like that, which is perfect, because you can get all that stuff for trade, get some credit in here, and come get some games. I mean, that's cool. They got, the Majora's Mask here, their special edition Metroid. That's pretty cool for the 3DS. I think that one actually comes with a CD for the game. Pretty neat. You got Spirit Tracks, it looks like, down there. Some good stuff in here. And then, of course, their loose games. This has actually been picked over pretty good. If you've ever been in these stores, normally their merchandise is pretty packed. Sean and Adam and I have been coming to this place for quite some time, and normally their shelves are pretty packed. Here's another side wall over here with their Sega stuff, and this one normally has quite a bit of stuff in here. There's some TurboGrafx, things like that in here, and it's just neat, man. It's neat to see this kind of stuff in here. It's a shame that there's not a ton of stuff in here right now, but that could be due to COVID. I'm not sure exactly. Maybe they're just are getting shopped really well. We do get a lot of traffic and stuff in this store, so you never know if people are bringing in stuff for trade credit and stuff, and they're coming back in here to grab things. I mean, that's what I would do. And I mean, this shelf right here is pretty bare. Normally they have quite a bit of Super Nintendo stuff in there. There's just not a whole lot. They have just a VR system and some Wii's and things, and some blue 360s. But you got your Xbox One stuff here. This is normally where they would keep like their Sega Dreamcast keyboards. I've seen Typing of the Dead and stuff like that here. They carry some cool stuff that you just don't normally see unless you're at an expo or something. Here's some of the Wii stuff. I was checking some of the Wii and Wii U things. I'm looking for that Metroid collection on the Wii. But I didn't see it in there. They didn't have it this time, so maybe next time. Here is some of the PS4 things, some of the PS4 stuff they have in here. Going down to PlayStation 3, some of the higher-end PlayStation 3, because a lot of their stuff is on shelves behind me. They have just a ton in there, but these are some of the higher-priced games they keep in here. So there's the original PlayStation and things like that. You got some fight sticks down there. And right behind me, you got this is a lot of the DS and peripheral type stuff. So you have charging kits and things like that for systems. There's some PlayStation 1 games. Like I said, behind me is shelves after shelves of Xbox and PlayStation games, PlayStation 2. I didn't really get all that on video because I wasn't really looking for that stuff in here. But this is PSP stuff in here. I've picked up quite a bit of PSP games from just that section alone. Here's another side of the back wall where they have some of the older systems, like Nintendo controllers and things like that. What's cool is that 6-button Sega controller right there. I mean, those are normally $20 if you go into a retro game shop, and here they're charging, maybe under $10 for a controller like that. It's awesome. That's what it's all about. You always want to check behind these things. There's a lot of common games, but you check behind them and you never know what you're going to find. We found hidden gems there before. You get into some Game Boy Color things, and here's a lot of loose carts. Just a ton of stuff to go through. If you have the time to do it, and some Sega CD stuff down there. But now you're into the Nintendo stuff, and the same thing, like Sean and I, we've found some cool Nintendo games just if you have to take the time to go through and take each of these around and look behind them. I don't really necessarily care for their displaying section. I prefer it on the sideways so I can see all the titles. But this is the way that they do it here, and it's kind of a surprise when you find something cool when you move that game and you're like, whoa, this is awesome. And you got some, crash test dummies over there for Super Nintendo. But yeah, there's even their Super Nintendo stuff. A lot of the stuff's been picked through. A couple Game Genies there. Oh man. Their Sega, or Nintendo 64 section here has just been ripped apart. There's nothing. Alright guys, and there you have it. That was our trip to Bookman's in there. I want to thank Daniel for driving and stuff. It's always fun doing those game hunts on there. There was actually one other place we went to after that, but I asked if I could film inside there, and that was Zia Records, and they at the time did not let me film in there. I wanted to show you guys some of the cool stuff that they had there in the their game section and stuff. I did end up picking up a couple DVDs from there, but I won't show you guys that stuff from there because I didn't obviously get it on camera there for you. But I will show you some of the stuff that I picked up from Bookman's. There was a cool place in there. One of the first ones in there was the Nintendo 3DS, which was River City Tokyo Rumble, which I didn't have this for the 3DS. I always love all the River City games. A lot of cool stuff on there. Ever since River City Ransom and all that, and River City Girls on the Switch, it's a fun one on there. If you guys don't have that one, get that for sure. Here's another one. This one's brand new, still sealed. This was River City Rival Showdown. This was in those cases I was showing you. Of course, I had to come pick these up. It has a keychain and stuff inside. But for the 3DS, it's cool, man. Cool little beat 'em ups on the 3DS. I love it. And this is one I've been wanting for a good while. I don't know if it came through on the shelves and stuff that I was filming in there, but this is a Castlevania Order of Ecclesia, and this is what I've wanted for a good while on the DS. Looks freaking awesome. I have Portrait of Ruin and all those. I just didn't have this one, and this one's actually getting up there in price. So it was good to have that in the collection. Those are the three things I picked up on this game hunt. It's always fun to do that stuff. So I'll have to get some stuff recorded here for when Sean and I and Adam and all of us get out there and do stuff. It's a lot of fun. I appreciate you guys tuning in here, and it's been fun, man. I love doing this stuff. So thanks again, and we'll see you guys next week.